Welcome back. The details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met on Sunday with Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli and a number of ministers to follow up on efforts to replace imports and provide local production requirements for national industry, in addition to developments in the establishment of industrial cities and complexes. During the meeting, President al-Sisi directed to continue strengthening efforts to deepen local industries and localize technology with the aim to provide high-quality products to meet the needs of the local market and bridging the gap between exports and imports. The President also asserted on the keenness to establish industrial complexes and increase the volume of Egyptian exports abroad to support national economy. The meeting was attended by Engineer Sharif Ismail, the Presidential Assistant for National and Strategic Projects, Hisham Tawfiq, Minister of Public Business Sector, Naveen Gama, Minister of Trade and Industry, and Major General Mustafa Amin, Director General of the National Service Projects of the Armed Forces. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met on Sunday with Major General Mustafa Amin, the Director General of the National Service Projects Authority, or the NSPA, affiliated to the Armed Forces. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said the meeting tackled following up the projects of the National Service Projects Authority in a number of sectors. President al-Sisi directed that all studies on land reclamation in Sinai will be examined from all technical, scientific and environmental aspects, particularly water resources and soil type, in order to reach the best production rates of agricultural crops. During the meeting, Major General Mustafa Amin reviewed a number of projects of the National Service, particularly in the field of land reclamation in Sinai, that aims at increasing agricultural production of various crops within the framework of supporting sustainable development efforts on all levels. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi sent a senior security delegation to the Palestinian and Israeli territories to discuss means of keeping the ceasefire truce and reconstruction plans for the Gaza Strip. The talks tackle means of achieving comprehensive calm in the occupied West Bank and the Gaza Strip. President al-Sisi said it's important to take all necessary measures to guarantee any future escalations between the two sides and will be diffused. The president also stressed that Egypt is seriously keen on the interests of the Palestinian people, and the Palestinian cause will remain a top priority for Egypt. Egypt always supports the Palestinian people by all means. In the same context, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi sent a message to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. The message was delivered by Intelligence Chief General Abbas Kamel, who was delegated to hold talks with the Palestinian and Israeli leaderships. The message conveys Egypt's full support to the Palestinian people and leadership for President Mahmoud Abbas Abu Mazen, and the keenness of Egypt on the interests of the Palestinian people. During the meeting, Egypt's intelligence chief and Abbas agreed to hold a series of meetings with the general secretaries of the Palestinian factions in Cairo as part of Egypt's efforts to unify the Palestinian position. Officials said Abbas is delegated to discuss the ceasefire deal and means of keeping the ceasefire deal, as well as the latest developments on the Palestinian stage. This came as Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry held talks with his Israeli counterpart Gabi Ashkenazi, who is currently in an official visit to Cairo. The meeting tackled means of cementing the ceasefire deal in Gaza between the Palestinians and Israelis, which was reached with Egyptian mediation, and facilitating the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip. On the ground, and for a 15th consecutive day, Egyptian authorities are keeping the Rafah border crossing with the Gaza Strip opened exceptionally to receive the injured and to deliver assistance. The stranded are also around to cross on both sides of the crossing. Officials said the Egyptian side is keeping the crossing opened to ease the suffering of the Palestinians in accordance with the directives of the Egyptian leadership. They said all medical and administrative teams are present at the crossing to facilitate the entry of the injured and those accompanying them, and equipped ambulances are kept ready to transfer the injured.